Hi FlossTube, it's me, Green Tiger's Crafts, coming up to you guys from behind the camera. Yep, I finally found a recording device, those my boyfriend's, that I can actually see what I'm doing. Have done, I have tried doing this video before, and my dog thinks it's playtime. I have tried doing this video before with me in front, but I couldn't see what I'm doing, and last time I started recording it, my dog knocked off my phone, and I paused it, was going to restart it, and I watched what I was doing, and I cut off my head. So, that being said, I converted back to my normal way of doing videos behind the camera. But yeah, so, hi! Anyway, going on to my whips. The one and only whip is my Bengal Tiger that has got no love. He wasn't on this week's rotation, and I didn't work on him during the week or weekends. And my rotation is Monday through Friday, a certain whip. Saturday, Sunday, whatever I feel like doing. And it works for me. But this is where he's still at. So I did think about him. He wasn't calling to me. But good news, everything else got a little bit work done on him. And my dog really wants to play. Come here, Maggie. Come here. Come say hi. Oh, come here. Come say hi. Can you say hi? Can you say hi? Nope, she wants to play. That's her toy. Here. On to the whips. This is my Doctor Who TARDIS. Current whip. This is this week's rotation. If I can get my hands underneath the fabric. And inserting picture where you've seen it last. And this is where he's at as of right now. Yeah, I did finish out the page at the bottom. We got the bottom roll done. I have done this row back, and I just started on the third row up. So this was 2 days work. So I'm hoping at the very least to get half a page, if not a full page done by the end of the week. But we'll see that lovely TARDIS is at an angle, so it's not the best graphed chart out there, so it's a little wonky to follow once in a while, but it's beautiful and it works. And I'm going to insert the picture of my Green Tiger painting here. And this is where you've seen it last time. Here. And this is what I've got done since the last time you've seen it. It just got these two, I did 200 more stitches on the bottom of the page, or this is the next page, so worked my way down. If this was one of the weekend, a day, I did this in about a day, So not much love, but 200 less stitches to go. And my beast finder. Hello, my beast. And moving on to my Taibo Dragon. It will look like what you seen him last time. And where he is now. Not much of improvement. Yep. Last time I had just a little bit of this wing joint, a little bit of his wing down, or his arm. I went ahead and I completed out that page of the arm. And I started up on his, moving up on his neck. Because I was a goof, and I started in what I thought was the middle of the time was actually a page down. So I have a lot of fabric underneath. I'm thinking I should have enough fabric up top. So I might be a little close on the margin, but I'm working my way up because this is the tallest point in the pattern is on this page. So I'm working my way up. And if I'm in tears and crying and this is thrown away forever, it's because there wasn't enough fabric. And that would make me very, very, very sad because I do love this pattern. But this is where he's at so far. Not too much work on him, but like I said, a little bit more on his neck. Yep, you can see his face right here. He should have horns. I should have enough. I'm too afraid to count, but I should have enough to finish him out. And he should, I'm guessing next rotation I should have him completed because once I get all this bulky neck area, I have another wing to do. And that's a lot of empty space on the wings. So that's my Taibo Dragon. And this is my Anubis, which I will insert a better picture of it. Of him in here so you can actually see what he's supposed to look like. Where you seen him last time. And where I got him to. Yep, after the last week's rotation, this was the next whip I worked on after my tourniquet. So, bring him in a little bit closer. Yep, I actually got a lot done. It's like I finished out his arm. I'm still working on his chest cover armor. And basically I had to work on the arm. I'm working my way up the neck. But he's got a jaw. So, what he looks like now. And hopefully I will get some. I don't think he'll take me too much longer. Maybe 2 more whip rotations. He's actually, once I get into him, he's actually a really quick stitch. Being only 4 colors and all. Actually, I think I increased it to 6 or 7 colors. Because I'm just going to go ahead, stitch out what the pattern says, and go back and make adjustments according to. And my Joan Elliott stitch along that I'm pretty sure it's been over for a year now. And I'm still working on her. But the dragon and the fairy, what it should look like. and what I've done so far. Yep, I basically spent the week. If I can get my hand. Sorry. Trying to get it to work with me. Basically I spent like a week working on all this her red skirt. I've got a little bit more to go over here. I'm finishing out that, then I'm going to go up and work on, don't know if I'm going to finish her out and work on her rings, or if I'm going to start on the dragon's wings, and yeah. She actually did get some love. I don't know, she has a lovely stitch to work on, but she calls to me the least. And I don't know why. But, yep, there was I will be honest, on my day off last week when she was my rotation, I didn't work on her at all. I sat and I watched Netflix. So I took a day off of stitching. I still got a lot of the skirt done. Which is a shame, because she's so beautiful and I wanted to finish her. But she costed me the least. Anyway, what's been called to me most is my Flower Bride. Yep, the freebie hay that they had 2 years ago. Flower Bride. And this one has honestly been calling to me the most. And where you've seen her last time. And where she is now. Get in here so you can actually see it. Yep, this is where I've got to. Still got a lot of strings. I finished out top of this column, and I started doing something a little different with my parking. I've gone ahead and I've been just working with my park threads. So I will stitch that length and just to weed out some of the parking threads. Then I have to go back and I have to fill in. Basically, I use a piece of floss until I either run out of that symbol or I run out of the floss, and then I just pick up the next one and work the 10 by 10, pick up the next floss and work another 10 by 10. Instead of going back and finishing it out with new threads, I just been moving on down. So it looks like I've got a lot done. But I do have to go back and fill in some link areas. There we go. But that's been helping me with all this confetti, because, or the background means the veil is really confetti heavy. But my Flower Bride and moving on to my next hay, which is my Impossible Love, which I swear one of these days it will get done. Yep, but my Impossible Love, where you seen it last time. And where I've got it too. Why are you down? Yep, this was on rotation, so I counted my stitches. I roughly got anywhere from 1,600 to 1,800 stitches done. Get back here. But I went ahead and I finished out this column, the bottom of the column, the other column, and gone down and got about halfway down the page on this column. So this was working up quite nicely. I'm honestly debating. There's a cell called the one, which is work on one whip for a month. I'm debating on using this one, or because I don't want to burn out on this one, because this is a marathon piece. There's no way this is ever going to be a sprint piece. As for thinking about doing it for a month and just to see how far I can get, at the very least finish out filling the top row, because I would really like to get the top of this picture done. Okay, you two, go play someplace else. But that's my heaven and earth, and my charter kit, which I'll show you where you've seen it last time. And my very, very low progress on it this time. See? If I can give you an idea how big this thing is, like from here, all the way over here. Yeah, this is a 320 by a 220. But yeah, since the last time you've seen it, I filled in a little more black. I went and filled in the outside of the I went around the bird just to mix it up a bit, because this is really, really daunting, all this black. So if anybody has done with black, how do you do so much of one color? I miss the confetti. I miss the Rose Rice confetti when I'm working on solid color like this. Which I've actually noticed that over here in the bird is kind of a confetti hell. I can't win for losing. Yeah, I've actually had to get out the paper chart and look at the symbols and figure out where I'm at, because some of the symbols, they're different than the paper symbols, which if you're going to do two charts, that's fine, but, you know, make them the same symbol. So, but anyway, yeah, this bird is very confetti heavy, which I think I will be enjoying that challenge once I finally get to it, if I ever get to it. It's a slow process, and I'm doing a lot of cross country stitching. So, but that is where I am. Not too much progress since you last seen it. But I know for a fact I will love the picture once I finally get it done. And that's kind of relaxing, not having to try around the chart with you. Anyway, I wasn't a bad girl. I wasn't going to start anything new until I finished something. I started my thrift store find for this tiger. Yeah, this is a old Dimensions kit, and I only paid 99 cents for the entire kit. And it comes with the backing, the velvet. Only thing it doesn't come with is the frame. But obviously, I only worked on this 1, maybe 2 days. Not really worth, not a good amount of stitching done, but I started on the border. And I got a little bit of the ear, which I had to go back and frog. But do you like the colorations? Do you like the colorations of the green? And this is metallic, but it's a really, really thin gold metallic that came with the kit, so I don't know what it is, but I like it. Yeah, I started this project, and I was completely out of black ink. So I couldn't make a copy of the I couldn't make a copy of the original chart. So I went off by the original chart. Then I went and finally got me some black ink. And I printed me a chart. And, like I said, I need to frog the ear. I miscounted on the ear. But better to frog it with a little bit than have a whole bunch of it. It's like, oh, no, I'm going to be lazy. I'm going to work around it. So, I don't know when you're going to see this next. My hope is to finish out the Tribal Dragon and put this in its place, considering they're not neither are full coverage. And this should be a very quick stitch. I think this is only a 5x7 and it's not a full coverage. And I was also very bad girl too. But I did get a finish. Itty bitty finish. I can get it so it will focus. Right. And it's this was also another thrift store buy. My Yoursoul Tweet cross stitch, which I taking it apart. It came with the Aida, it came with the needle. I threw both of those out because the needle had rusted. But it came with the threads. So, needed something small, needed to finish. He literally took me 2 hours. From start to finish, 2 hours to do them. And I finally had an excuse to use my tiniest hoop. But I'm not sure how I'm going to finish them off. Yeah. I was going through and doing my mania starts and cleaning up and decided to go ahead and cut my pieces of fabric that I needed. And he has just one EDB scrap that fitted the bird, so I gotta finish. See, I can do small things. But I can't decide if I'm going to turn into a scissor fob, kind of being putting in a magnet and turning them into a magnet needle holder. I think it'd be a really cute needle holder. Anybody? Any thoughts? How should I finish them off? But yeah, he was a fun little stitch. I just needed a break from the mundane of my rotation, which I have like 10 pieces to work on, so. But anyway, on to my home, which I finally found a stitching store, which is not a local stitching store, so it's just an NS. But I found me a cross stitch store, cross stitch / embroidery store. But I found one. Only problem is, it is a 2-hour drive from where I'm at. But I walked in. It's called the Stitching Realm in Bay City, Michigan. So if you live in Michigan, get your butt up and go to that store. It is fantastic. The owners there are lovely people. They are so nice and willing to help me out. There was I'm kitting up the Spring Angel from Lavender and Lace, and one of the gold metallics they call for has since been renamed. So we were trying to find this metallic floss, and the owner was like, "Oh, well, they just did this to the numbers." And I was like, "I would have never guessed that, and I would never have guessed Koenig did silks." But anyway, my small haul, or yeah, kind of small. Can't get too crazy because I am saving up for a vacation. But I bought some fabric. This is going to be for my Lavender and Lace Angel Spring. It's basically a very light blue, and the color is not coming up. But it's a very light baby blue with a white modeling in it. And I do believe this is a linen. 28 count linen. So, you get the lady there, and she also had the kit, so she was able to get the measurements needed and cut it to size for me. And this cost me roughly how much it was going to cost me to get the one that was close to it. So, I got my fabric. Very expensive piece of fabric. This cost me $30. And there's people out there, only $30? I spent blah, blah, blah. It's like, $30 is a lot for me. I don't kit up my Hades all in one trip. I go to the store and buy anywhere from 5 to 10 flosses that I need for any kit at a time. But, yep, I got my fabric. And if you're curious, it's this Lavender and Lace, the Angel of Spring. Yep, this was also at their store find. $2. And the wolves run away from me. But the pattern calls for 28 for Z gold. Could not find that. Had no idea what that was. And ignore my food. It's saying it's done. But we found a gold DMC metallic. That's a very fine. I think what I'm using for my dimension reminds me of that. But basically just a gold to replace it with. So, very helpful lady. Should go and check it out. Yeah, and this came in the kit, so I did not do this. I bought this when I bought the kit, or I bought the pattern. But a very pretty reference. And I do love the color, so this is what it should look like stitched. I don't know why I keep this. I don't know if I'm in... No, I'm not going to finish stitching this just because I want this on linen, or I want this on even weave. I don't want it on Adist because it's just too pretty. But that's that. Still in the process of getting all her DMC floss, but... And beads. I have a whole friggin' tub of beads. I do not need to go out and get any kind of beads whatsoever because I have so many beads I can do substitutions. Because I was into beading for a while and I got a really huge stash of beads. But that is my blanket I'm working on in the same store. Da, 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 da. I got me a memorabilia. I actually went in and I will be right back. I'm going to go shut off the timer. So, excuse me. Sorry about that. Get back in my soapbox. It's actually a styrofoam box. And yes, I am wearing PJ bottoms, so. But anyway, going back to the memorabilia, I was actually looking for the Raven Queen. She didn't have the Raven Queen. She thought she did, and apparently somebody bought it. So, but I did find which one are you? September Sapphire Fairy, which is basically the kimono girl with the gauge of ladybugs. I know this one's been around for a while. When is this? I am not seeing a year. But anyway, I know this has been around for a while, but I seen it in person, and I fell in love with the green kimono. So I treated myself. And also while I was there, lady, little bag. Nope. Those are different stores. I also found a floss made in Japan called Cosmos. And I kept going back and I kept looking at it, and it's this beautiful green, this light is, I have the light literally behind the camera, not so you can actually see me. But this is trying to block some of the light so it doesn't wash it out. This is a blue, green, yellow floss that I kept looking at it. It's like, I don't need it. Kept going back and I kept looking at it. So I was like, screw it, I'm going to get it because I can. So I got that one. I also got the same Cosmo brand, and I think this was a fall. Okay. Which is you got browns, a little bit of pink, or not pink, tannish colors. So this is something I don't need, but I kept looking at both of them, and they kept calling my name, so I was like, I bought them. Though I will say this would be a really pretty fox. Anyway, I also went to it being my birthday. I had to go to the Secretary of State, which is fun. It's like, it's my birthday. Why do I have to give you guys money? I should be the one getting money. It's my birthday. But anyway, after that unhappy visit, I found that there was a quilt store right beside the Secretary of State. I'm like, I'll go in and look at and check it out. Not a single thing across stitch. It was definitely a quilting store. It had some beautiful fabrics, but it wasn't what I was looking for. But the owner of that store was the one that told me about the stitching mill in Bay City. So I went, but I did find some cotton floss Actually, I found 3 of them. Pearl Conan. I don't know. They are very pretty variegated. This one is a blue. This one is blues and whites. This one is green. Like I said, that light is washing them out. Sorry. This is whites, green and whites. Anywhere from like a mid green to white, and I know there's minty colors in there. And this is more of an indigo turquoise and white. I don't know. I love this one. I think this would be a beautiful mermaid tail. Which it would be better if the light wasn't, you know, suffocating. But yep, I found these ones and figured I could use them for cross stitching or black work if I were build up the courage to try for black work. And my last little bit of haul, magazines. Yep, I bought me 3 magazines. Because like I said, it's my birthday. I turned 29 plus 1. Which, 0 to 30 doesn't bother me. It's like, I was just 27. Where the hell did the time go? But anyway, I went and bought the World of Cross Stitching magazine. And I bought it because I bought last issue's magazine thinking it had this pattern in it. And it came with a free kit. Claire. Basically, it's a card with you stitch the bear, but I love is a Aperture card. So I might do that for my boyfriend's mom. She loves teddy bears. The only person I could think of that would stitch something like that. She may not know the extent it goes into, but she appreciates the gift, so I don't mind stitching for it. But anyway, this is just my cup of tea, and that is the kitten and the teacup, and I just fell in love with it. I had to have this magazine, if only for that pattern. But I did find a couple others in here. Which, I don't know if I'll ever do this one, but this one's the Nifty Needleworker. And it's basically a tailor shop. Which, I don't know if I would ever do that, but I do like it. It costs me a little bit, but it's not my aesthetic. I also found these camel kitties, the cat's whiskers. Oh, those are patterns. Pretty cute little patterns that can't show you. If I can flip the page. Oh. Elegance and Charm. I think this is Stephanie Wilson. Or no, Sharon Wilson. Sorry. Yep. And I just love the colors in this. And I know she has a sister. Can't tell the dark. And this is her companion piece, which I love the colors. I love the designs and the shading. So I may not do those. And these are just freaking adorable. This one's the pet of the month. Pet guinea pigs. They are so adorable, stitched. Used to have a guinea pig. But, yep. This is, when is this? I think this is the February edition. February edition, because there's a lot of Valentine theme pieces in here. And Just Cross Stitch magazine. I love this. Love this hummingbird in it. Yep. Basically, yeah, this is just Hummingbird. This is the title of this one. It's beautiful colors. I love the blue. Just love the shading in here. And I have an aunt that loves hummingbirds, so. This one, if you've been on Cross Stitch and Discuss, there is a lady that has finished this pattern, and it's a woven cross, which if I can get out of the glare so you can see it. Like I did comment, is like gives a beautiful piece of artwork, stitch work that's really not my aesthetic. It's like I love the details, I love the weaving effect, but I don't do crosses. But again, my boyfriend's mom is a true Christian, so she would love to have that pattern. I would kind of like to work on it just because it'd be a beautiful piece to work on, but something I wouldn't keep. But something that I would keep, though, is this Cloud Doll ring. Yeah, I love, ever since this was introduced to me on Buffy the Vampire Slayer back eons ago, I love this concept. I love this design. And it's got Clover from March. So I may do that as a March sale if they ever have one. Or not. No. Stitch Mania was not Easy Being Green. That would qualify for not being green. Or Easy Being Green because there's green in it. Anyway. And I found me another birdhouse. Spring chickadees. Though I don't know if this is the same designer of the other birdhouses that I've collected this magazine for. But the chickadees are cute. And I'm probably gonna borrow the chickadees and make them into just ornaments. And my last magazine I bought was Cross Stitcher. Yep, Cross Stitcher February edition. Issue. And sadly, the only main reason I bought it was for these. These little kidding, these cat bobbins. The only main reason I bought it. I bought it for the free gift, so doesn't it make the magazine free? Are these free, even though I paid for magazine just for these? I don't know. But I got me some new bobbins, which I don't use bobbins. I like bobbins, but I don't use them. I much prefer just work from this gang. But I did find this. This is kind of cute and adorable. Cool for cats. It's basically a cat being a cat. May change out the color, may turn those into like a, ooh, variegated. I can turn the furniture into something variegated. But that and there's one more in here. Not that one. And Berry Forest is the title of this one. It is basically just mushrooms. Different styles of mushrooms. Not sure if I'm ever going to do this. Maybe a ornament. I don't think I'll do the entire piece. But, I don't know, something just calls to me about it. And I kind of do want to grow my own mushrooms because, let's face it, grocery stuff, when you buy fresh mushrooms for the grocery, you're breaking the bank every single time. I kid you not, they are expensive. So, I'm going to grow my own. We'll see how that turns out. Anyway, and the last one from this magazine is some bookmarks using the floss that they give you in the free kit. And I think, yep, there's, let's see, 6. Yep, it comes with, I'm going to hold them way back. It comes with 12 bookmarks. So if you can, this is the pattern. So if you can read that, good job! Because I can't even see them from there. But that was my birthday spending. So I didn't go too crazy, but I went crazy enough. And this is by far 45 minutes long. One of my longest videos. Maybe I should come out from behind the camera more often. Oh, and before I let you guys go, there was a comment. Somebody left me a comment asking me if I was going to do a tutorial on how I did my dragon. Which I wonder if I can. Can't move that up. But I am working on it. I have to get me a couple pieces assembled first. So that will be coming up, hopefully. It's a matter of finding the correct hook so I can show you guys correctly. And finding a way to hold my camera so I can see what I'm doing and still be able to stitch at the same time because I don't have a tripod. I'm currently, this iPad is currently on one of those stands for typing. So you put your paper on and you can type. So it's currently on that. It makes a really good holder. But I am going to try and figure out how to do that for you guys if you're at all curious. I know there's other videos, not many, but I know there's some other videos that deals with the idea of this. And I'm going to be doing a little bit of some experimenting. I'm going to try out floss. On my dragon, I actually used yarn, because, yeah. I just basically eyeballed the colors. Not gonna lie. I got all my yarn out, eyeballed the colors. So I couldn't tell you what went into this. Other than maybe like this moon is a certain brand. But anyway, I will be locating those supplies and I will be trying to make a tutorial if you are all interested in learning how. Yep. So this is 48-minute long video. So if for those guys who like long videos, which I personally love long videos because I stitch you guys. So keep making those videos, and thank you to every single one of my subscribers. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I am up to over 200, and I think I just looked, it was like 223. So thank you guys. It's like I'm amazed you guys want to listen to me show off. So that's basically what I like to do. I like to show off my work to people who are appreciative of the craft. So anyway, everybody have fun stitching.